It is Thursday, 15th August. Good morning and welcome to THG News Today here on THG Network. My name is Mervyn Hanley. It's a pleasure to be in your company this morning. We're midway through the month of August. Yes, the news this morning is powered by Carl & Sons Unique Bakery on St. Maarten with 3 locations on the island at the St. Maarten's Medical Center, on the Pontville and in Cole Bay. Also Thesis on Nevis. This is an opportunity, if you have not done so already, to please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you be kept abreast on what's happening in and around us, in your island, across the islands, and in the diaspora. Now, let's begin the news for this morning. Jamaican Prime Minister, the Honorable Andrew Holness, on Wednesday declared a state of emergency in the Caribbean's nation's southern Clarendon parish after 8 people were killed, including a 7-year-old boy. This is an opportunity for the government to mobilize fully to have a very serious focus on gangs, the Prime Minister told a press conference on Wednesday. We cannot allow murders to be normalized in our country. Did the Prime Minister really say that? Let me read that line again. We cannot allow murders to be normalized in our country. Mr. Prime Minister, I was under the impression that the murders were normalized because each year or each month you hear about these astronomical figures, numbers, the statistics, the data, they're there to support that it appears that murders were normalized. Hundreds of people killed in a year or even in a month. So what are you talking about? Where have you been, Honorable Prime Minister? I see you walking around now with the, you are with the grieving families, and all of that is good. But this has been happening under your watch for how long now? Come on. Anyways, the Prime Minister did not immediately detail what regulations would be imposed, but these can typically involve nightly curfews, longer detention periods without formal charges, and the ability by police to search properties without warrants. Holness said he hoped the measure would prevent retaliation because he said that intelligence had warned there was a very high probability of retaliation attempts. 5 people have been arrested so far in relation with Sunday's shootings. And for those of you who are wondering, or if you missed it, what Sunday's shootings about, these guys just showed up at a gathering. The first place they showed up in the same village, there was a party taking place and the guys just shut up the place, right? Injuring a 1-year-old baby. And then they went down the street after they were done there. Well, they shut up the place and they killed 5. They killed 5 in that location. Then they went down the road, same village, went down the road, another gathering, and just started shooting. And this time killing a 7-year-old. That's terrorism. That's an act of terrorism. Let's continue. Now we have news out of St. Lucia, where on Wednesday, July 31st, 13-year-old Melchizedek Tixcy was shot and killed. A 13-year-old. The Major Crimes Unit of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force led the investigations into the circumstances surrounding this homicide. And then on Thursday, August 8th, Major Crimes Unit detectives formally charged for the murder of the death of Melchizedek, a Markley Simeon. He was escorted to the magistrate's court for a bail hearing, after which he was remanded into custody. I don't know what's happening. So this 18-year-old, he killed a 13-year-old. I don't know what's happening with our young people. I don't know. What could have gotten into a teenager like that? What anger, animosity could have caused such? Sad. And finally, in our news this morning out of St. Maarten, GEBE said in a press statement, as it relates to the containerized generators, they were officially connected to the grid at the utilities company GEBE on Tuesday, and they're now operational. In a press statement, it said that the dedicated team weathered Tropical Storm Ernesto to achieve what the company called a major milestone to better serve the community of St. Maarten. The installation of the containerized generator supplements the power grid with an additional 10 megawatts of electricity. GEBE said this would result in a significant decrease in the current load shedding, barring any unforeseen technical issues with GEBE's existing mechanical equipment and or generators. Several safety precautions were in place to ensure that the task at hand were successfully achieved without any incidents throughout that critical period. According to the temporary manager of GEBE, that's Troy Washington, he said hard work, persistence, dedication, knowledge, and teamwork were essential to successfully achieve this major undertaking. So I'm happy for the folks there in St. Maarten, the residents, the visitors, the citizens, I mean, you guys have been through so much over the last probably 3 months or so. It was just crazy. So I'm happy to see that it's not exactly back to normal 100%, but it's getting there. And I know that a number of residents would have taken to social media to vent their frustration on a daily basis. So I'm very happy to hear. I'm very happy to report that things are on their way in getting back to normal there at GEBE. Yeah. Well, that's it for our news this morning, but I have to say something as it relates to just a brief thing on Ernesto, tropical storm Ernesto. Well, it's a hurricane now. It passed over Puerto Rico. They're feeling the damages of it right now. They're feeling the effects of it rather right now. And for those of you in Bermuda, just stay alert and be prepared because Ernesto is coming your way there in Bermuda. And folks, throughout the storm, especially I saw some folks from St. Kitts and Nevis and St. Maarten, they were talking about how they were taken to social media, how they had to work during the storm. And it's as if the employers didn't care, storm or hurricane, they have to come to work. And I thought that was unfortunate. I thought that was sad. I thought that was unfair for the employees. And in St. Kitts and Nevis, we have to do something about businesses ordering employees to work during storms. I understand that some jobs are essential. You call them essential services, essential jobs, or whatever the case may be. But I mean, for a tropical storm or hurricane, that should never happen. You understand? I believe that the government of St. Kitts and Nevis, you've passed so many laws. You brag about the number of laws you have passed in Parliament, then you need to pass a law about that. You can't have employers demanding that employees come to work during a storm. A storm is approaching and you're demanding that employees come to work. A number of employees were stuck on their jobs, not even in a safe place during the passing of Tropical Storm Ernesto. And that should never happen again. That should not happen again. Yeah? And with that, we've just concluded THG News today. Do join me again tomorrow morning, God's willing. I have an interview tomorrow morning, I believe. And well, you'll hear more about it tomorrow morning when it happens. Okay? So until next time, do have a blessed day further. My name is Mervyn Hanley. Have a good one.
Charlestown Sons have been serving the people of St. Maarten for over 40 years. And the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Charlestown Sons for simply the best. There are 2 locations, Colbay and on the Ponfill. In Colbay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Ponfill, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Charlestown Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Colbay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Charlestown Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you. Nevis, satisfy your sweet tooth at Feaser's, the cozy spot in Charlestown, known for its mouth-watering ice cream and dal parade. We are open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come in and sample our patties, sandwiches, air-fried wings with fries, hot dogs, rotis, and now our famous smoothies, in all flavors of course. And don't forget to try the famous bus-up shut and saltfish. It's Feaser's, located at the entrance to the Cotton Gillery Mall in Charlestown, Nevis. They're also available by phone, so place your order by calling 1-869-665-2458. Don't ask about the rest, just try the best.